January 28, 2026. A day that dawns with a sense of unease as the world awakens to a new crisis. The world wakes to breaking news: a near collision between a Chinese Coast Guard vessel and a Philippine supply ship in the South China Sea. Tensions have erupted, sending shockwaves across the globe. The Pentagon is on high alert, with military analysts working around the clock. Meanwhile, Beijing issues stern warnings, signaling a potential escalation. Tokyo and Manila scramble for emergency talks, seeking diplomatic solutions. Global markets shudder, reflecting the uncertainty and fear of what might come next. This isn't just a regional spat, it's a test of wills in the world's most critical waterway, where the stakes are as high as the tensions. News anchors point to the first island chain, once a military term, now a household phrase, symbolizing the strategic importance of this region. The United Nations calls for calm, but warships maneuver dangerously close, each move a potential spark in a tinderbox. The world holds its breath, wondering if this is the moment peace shatters, as people everywhere watch with bated breath. For years, China has built artificial islands and expanded its military reach, fortifying its presence in these contested waters. The US and allies have responded with their own shows of force, conducting military exercises to demonstrate their resolve. Now every move is scrutinized, every decision analyzed, as the world watches this high-stakes chess game unfold. Is this a calculated probe by Beijing, or a miscalculation that could spiral out of control? The question looms large. The first island chain is more than geography. It's a line of defense for some, a cage for others, a symbol of power and control. America and its allies see it as a commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific, a promise to uphold international law. For China, it's a barrier to its ambitions, a challenge to its sovereignty and influence in the region. Radar stations, airfields, and naval bases are on high alert, ready to respond at a moment's notice. The men and women stationed there know their mission: defend not just territory, but the principle that law, not force, should rule the seas, a principle now under threat. The world waits to see if that principle will hold, as leaders and citizens alike hope for a peaceful resolution. The stakes could not be higher, with the potential for conflict looming over every decision. The fragile peace of the Indo-Pacific hangs in the balance, a delicate equilibrium that could tip at any moment. Tonight, all eyes are on the first island chain, a focal point of global attention and concern. What is the first island chain? It's a term you might have heard in news reports or military briefings, but what does it really mean, and why does it matter so much in today's world? The first island chain isn't a physical wall, but rather a sweeping strategic arc, stretching from Japan, through Okinawa, Taiwan, the Philippines, and down to Borneo. This arc forms a natural boundary, separating China from the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean and shaping the balance of power in the region. These islands act as natural choke points, controlling the narrow sea passages that connect the East Asian mainland to the open Pacific. Whoever controls these choke points can influence the movement of both military and commercial ships. For China's Navy, the first island chain is the initial and most significant obstacle to projecting power beyond its shores, limiting its access to deeper waters and global influence. For the United States and its allies, this chain serves as the front line of defense, a forward position that allows for rapid response to any threat, and a platform to reassure partners in the region. Military bases and outposts dot these islands, enabling Allied forces to operate far from home, maintain a constant presence, and help ensure regional stability in a rapidly changing security environment. Trillions of dollars in trade flow through these waters every year. Any disruption here would send shockwaves through the global economy, affecting everything from energy supplies to consumer goods. For China, the first island chain is a barrier it seeks to break through. For the US and its allies, it's a shield they are determined to hold, making it a focal point of military planning and strategy. This ongoing clash of interests and ambitions makes the first island chain one of the world's most contested and closely watched geopolitical flashpoints, where tensions can flare at any moment. The stability of this invisible line is vital, not just for the countries that border it, but for global peace, security, and prosperity as a whole. The first island chain concept began in the Cold War, designed to contain communism's spread. Back then, it was a static defense, bases, treaties, and a clear line to hold. As the world changed, so did the threat. China's rise brought new challenges. Today, the strategy is integrated deterrence. A flexible tech-driven web of sensors, weapons, and alliances. The goal, convince any aggressor that war would be too costly and unwinnable. It's not about waiting for an attack, but making aggression unattractive from the start. Smaller, mobile units, advanced missiles, and drones now form a dynamic shield. The first island chain is no longer a fortress, but a living network, ready to adapt, ready to deter. Peace is preserved not by walls, but by making the cost of conflict unthinkable. America's Indo-Pacific strategy relies on three crucial partners: Japan, Taiwan, and the Philippines, each playing a unique and vital role in the region's security architecture. Japan anchors the northern flank, hosting major U.S. bases and fielding some of the most advanced forces in Asia. Its strategic location and military capabilities make it a cornerstone of regional defense. Taiwan sits at the very center of this chain. Its security is the linchpin that holds the entire structure together, making it a focal point for both defense and deterrence. If Taiwan falls, the defensive chain breaks, and China gains open access to the vast Pacific, threatening the balance of power and the security of neighboring nations. To prevent this, the U.S. supports Taiwan with advanced weapons, military training, and intelligence sharing, reinforcing its ability to defend itself against any aggression. The Philippines, meanwhile, controls the southern gateways. Its archipelago forms a natural barrier and a critical link in the regional security network. Renewed U.S. access to bases in the Philippines boosts allied resilience, enhances rapid response capabilities, and improves monitoring of vital sea lanes. Together, these partners share intelligence, conduct joint exercises, and modernize their defenses, building trust and interoperability across their militaries. Japan invests heavily in long-range missiles and advanced defense systems. The Philippines upgrades its navy and coastal defenses, and Taiwan adopts innovative asymmetric tactics to counter larger threats. This united front sends a clear signal: an attack on one is a challenge to all, and will not go unanswered. The synergy of these alliances creates a force greater than the sum of its parts, amplifying deterrence and collective strength. The chain holds firm because its links stand together, united in purpose and resolve. The message is unmistakable. Any act of aggression will meet a coordinated, determined, and powerful response from this alliance. The new strategy is deterrence by denial. Make aggression fail before it starts. Instead of threatening massive retaliation, the goal is to make any attack slow, costly, and uncertain. A dense network of sensors, mobile missiles, and air defenses lines the chain, ready to blunt any invasion. Unmanned drones and AI-driven surveillance provide constant eyes and rapid response. Long-range precision weapons hold adversaries at risk from afar. Even if some defenses are hit, the network endures. No single point of failure. This isn't just military. Diplomacy and economic pressure are integrated too. Alliances are strengthened, and sanctions threaten any aggressor's economy. The message, your attack will fail, cost you dearly, and unite the world against you. Deterrence by denial makes war a losing proposition. Peace is protected by resilience, technology, and unity. The Indo-Pacific sea lanes are the arteries of global trade. Over 60% of maritime commerce, a third of oil, and half of LNG flow here. Choke points like the Strait of Malacca and Taiwan Strait are vital. Any conflict would cripple the world economy. Everyday products, phones, cars, computers, depend on these routes. Taiwan's dominance in semiconductor production makes its security a global concern. Economic interdependence raises the stakes for all, but also creates vulnerabilities. A hostile power could use control of these lanes for coercion. That's why freedom of navigation is a core principle for the US and allies. Allied naval patrols signal that these waters remain open and rules-based. Protecting these sea lanes is as much about economic security as military defense. The first island chain's strength is partnership, not just power. The US brings muscle, but alliances make the strategy credible. Formal treaties with Japan and the Philippines, and growing ties with Australia and India, create a united front. Joint exercises build trust and interoperability. So if crisis comes, allies act as one. This unity deters aggression. An attack on one risks a response from many. Beyond military ties, these nations defend shared values: law, sovereignty, open markets. Together they uphold a rules-based order, not domination by force. The Indo-Pacific's future will be shaped by partnership, not a single power. The message is clear: peace is a collective responsibility. The chain holds because its defenders stand together. The strategy faces real challenges. First, the cost. Maintaining forward presence and new tech strains budgets and political will. Close encounters between rival militaries risk miscalculation and escalation. Clear communication and cool heads are essential to avoid disaster. Over-reliance on military solutions could spark an arms race. Diplomacy must remain central. Alliance cohesion is vital but fragile. Domestic politics or disinformation could weaken resolve. The network of partnerships needs constant renewal and public support. The balance between strength and diplomacy is delicate but essential. The unity of the alliance must be earned every day. The First Island chain's greatest success is the war that never happens. Its sentinels, military and diplomatic, work quietly to keep peace. The goal: make aggression so costly that peace is the only rational choice. When deterrence works, nothing makes headlines. Trade flows. People live free from fear. Failure here would shake the world, undermining order and prosperity. The chain is a symbol of global resolve to uphold a free and open system. Today's tensions test that resolve, demanding strength and diplomacy in equal measure. The cost of vigilance is high, but the cost of failure is far greater. The silent sentinels of the First Island chain stand watch, so the world may know peace.